Do you want to know truly why people refer to the early 2000s when they talk about car culture, pop culture, basically all of that? I tell you, the real reason everybody loves early 2000s tuner culture or car culture in general is because, well, it hits a vein of nostalgia. Everything was raw, uncut, colorful, unfiltered. It wasn't uniform, bro. Like, you could tell whose car was who because no two builds were the same. Somebody's gonna pull up to a meet, couldn't afford a Honda, so they settled for a Chevy Cavalier, put a wild ass body kit on it, along with a Dragon vinyl on the side of it. By today's standard, yeah, you can call it ricey, yeah, but that was somebody's identity back then. They loved it. This was a race-inspired car enthusiast. That's where Ricer comes from. This was still kind of the analog age, so people read magazines like Import Tuner and Super Street. Mods were dropping every single week, bro. There was a new turbo kit every single week from every one of your favorite manufacturers. No, this was the infancy of rivalry, bro. Like, you had Civics versus Mustangs, Supras versus Corvettes. What else? Mazda RX-7s versus 300 ZXs. You had the Lexus GS series versus what? The German sedans, bro. You had STI versus the Evos. I know what you're probably saying, Guru, but you had to be rich back then. No, you didn't, because buying a car was relatively easy. There were no sky-high used car prices, restrictive emissions, complex ECUs that damn near required a PhD in rocket science just to crack. Locked ECUs, you didn't see that back then. This was the big t-shirt, big ass baggy pants, and Air Force Ones you probably cleaned with a toothbrush and some Palmolive at your house before you went to a car meet. Like, it was a sensory ecosystem of like smell, neon light, like it was absolutely beautiful. Like, you'll walk past cars, everybody got something different playing on the radio. This was the hip hop EDM era, bro, type shit. Like, you might hear 50 Cent over here and Panic at the Disco. I chime in with the haven't you people ever? Many men. I'm talking about jamming. You see, the whole point is, for a lot of people, this was their coming out of age era. This age represented their first car, their first mod, their first race, their first ticket, their first love, first heartbreak, first late night drive that felt like therapy at times. This whole era represents a point where cars weren't just transportation. No, they were a form of rebellion, freedom, escape, expression, identity. That's what the early 2000s was.